Hey everyone, welcome back to Life is Strange Before the Storm episode 2. We're gonna be reading the journal entries today, and this is for my main playthrough, but probably by the end of this, I'm gonna go to my alternate playthrough and see what differences there are in between the journals. Okay, before we read the journals, why don't we actually take a look at the bios? There's still somebody we haven't met, really? Oh, it's the lady, it's Sarah. Alright, but we do have some new ones here, so let's take a look at them. Pretty sure I read these ones already. I don't know why I didn't record. Yeah, we've seen this one. We've seen this one. Which ones have we not actually seen? James and Rose and Damon, I guess. Rachel. Anyway, yes, James and Rose. You can't trust normal people. Just ask Rachel. Her dad seems like the most normal guy on the planet, but he also turns out to be a cheating dickwad. Come to think of it, maybe that's normal? What sucks is that Rachel and her parents actually seem to get along really well before. James is a new district attorney in Arcadia Bay, which is the reason Rachel's family moved up here from Orange County. Despite his job, James doesn't act like an uptight law enforcer all the time, unlike some wannabe father figures I know. Well, a lawyer is kind of different from, someone who's been in the military. I think he's plenty uptight. He doesn't really take a joke. Rose, Rachel's mom, also seems pretty decent. She certainly really loves Rachel and James, poor lady. Yeah, she seemed pretty nice from what we saw at the end there, cause James was like, "Get out of my house," and then Rose was like, "You're not speaking that way to a guest in our household," so... Whatever happens with Rachel's family, it still seems like she really does love her parents, and maybe that's all that matters? I'd certainly rather have a cheating dickwad dad than a dead one. Oh. Hard to compare it if you're gonna compare it to a dead one. Liar. Lie. Liar, liar, liar. What does this mean? Pipes? Oh, it's a... Oh, they're dicks, aren't they? Okay. Damon. Spend a few minutes with Damon Merrick, and you can tell that he's a peace-loving guy who gardens in his spare time and loves unicorns and rainbows. Oh, and breaking people's kneecaps. It's the simple pleasures. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about the guy. I know that he collects on his debts, his name is written all over the mill, and he might even scare Frank. I think they work together, but unlike Frank, he's got a bite to match his bark. Everyone at the mill that night seemed to know him, but every time I asked someone about him, they clammed right the hell up. And you have to be a special breed of fucked up to scare any kind of sense into the criminal element of Arcadia Bay. The one thing that everyone will tell me? The guy's bad news. The random receipt here? What is this for? Baking soda, aspirin, powdered milk, talcum powder, laundry detergent, plunger? I don't know what that makes. Something illegal? Drugs? I got no clue. Okay, yeah, I think that is it for the new ones this episode, and I guess we'll find out about Sarah next time, but going back to the journals here.
Another letter to Max.
Ooh!
That I'll never send. At least Journal Max won't abandon me the way real Max did.
Oh wow, voicing, that's new. May 8th, 2010. Max, when did you decide you were done with me? I mean, how did you know it was time to move on? I asked because Rachel and I have decided we're done with this shit town. We've had it. It's bye-bye, bae. But instead of just ghosting it, like someone I know, we're gonna leave a trail of destruction in our wake. For Rachel, that means burning a fucking forest down. I know, crazy. But guess what? I'm pretty crazy too. In not unrelated news, I finally got my ass kicked out of Blackwell. I fully expect this to be really different on a alternate playthrough because I won't get kicked out, so we'll see then. But at least I managed to keep Rachel from getting booted from her play. I should probably be more upset about being a high school dropout, but I'm not. It's just another chapter of fuckery in the story of my life. So, yeah, burning bridges literally and academically. That's how you make an exit, woman. Chloe, the exit wounder. Oh, it's Max's shirt. There's Blackwell on fire. Max, you ever hated someone's guts but then later felt bad because you found out they're actually cooler than you thought? Yeah, me neither. David got it inside his douchebag skull that he needs to start cracking down on me, which meant demanding I empty my pockets for him in the Blackwell parking lot. I went along with it, but just so I could wave my bag of marijuana in his stupid mustached face. I guess it backfired, because now David is moving into my old house. I say old house because if he's there, I sure as shit am not. No, and I also bumped into Elliot. He's super into me still. Everyone wants a piece of price. Chloe. Bane of fascists. Wow, Chloe needs to work on her spelling a little bit more. I know that's a few typos already. Death to... What? She's still spelling it wrong here, isn't she? Alright. Maybe it's an alternate spelling. Step douche. Connected to poison. And then the poster here. David! Max. Ever been to therapy? It's actually kind of awesome. And I don't mean writing down your feelings and hugging and crying and shit. I'm talking about popping open the hood and getting your hands dirty. Rachel's awesome at it. Because of course she is. We talked about my mom, David, the fire, my expulsion. Rachel didn't want to talk as much, but I got her to open up. I'm glad I did. By the end, everything, I don't know, seemed a little less broken, I guess. Speaking of, I found this gnarly truck that I started fixing up. Who knows if I'll ever get it running, but for now, I'm glad to just have a problem I might actually be able to solve. And maybe an escape vehicle? Stay tuned. Fixing trucks and fixing brains, who needs school anyway? Chloe, the less broken fixer. Get high! It's like the magic school bus, only for 18 plus kids. Kids? Well, not really kids anymore, huh? Max. How do you know when it's time to take a relationship to the next level? I'm talking about my drug dealer, Frank, of course. He wants me to do a job for him, picking up money from Drew North. You know Drew, Blackwell's premier jockstrap, and now apparently oxy dealer? Dude's in pretty deep, it seems. But it should be an easy job, and besides, I could use the money for mine and Rachel's escape fund, which, speaking of Rachel, guess who's Skeesball Dad's side piece I saw coming out of Frank's RV? I pressed Frank for info and learned that her name is Sarah, and she's only been around for a couple of weeks. Oh, and she loves the drugs. Weird. Alright, off to make my triumphant return to Blackwell. At least I'm getting paid to go there this time. Chloe, the criminally awesome. Do more drugs. Oh god. Max. Fuck! Remember that easy job for Frank I told you about? Yeah, not quite. First, I jacked Samuel's keys and used my Jedi powers to get past Skip into the dorms, by which I mean talking about my lady bits until he freaked out and let me in. Took a brief detour into Elliot's room and read his poetry. Dude's got feelings. For me, I think. I'm flattered, I guess? Anyway, I found the cash, but then Drew and Mikey showed up, followed by Frank's psychopath boss, Damon. Have you ever met someone that you just knew never to fuck with? I hadn't, until today. Damon started beating the shit out of Drew for the money he owed. I stayed with Mikey like Drew wanted. It was horrifying. I think Damon actually broke Drew's knee. After, I gave Drew the money instead of holding it for Frank or giving it to Damon. Felt like the right thing to do. It was all so fucked. And the most fucked part? That I had anything to do with it. Chloe, the regifter. Yeah, I think this is probably one of the standout choices of both the episodes so far. The whole, do you go outside the dorm room? Do you give the money to Damon or not? Nice choice, good one. Max, just when I thought this day couldn't get any more dramatic. Wait, let's back up. Guess you tried to drug Rachel and jack her roll. Don't worry, Rachel and I turned the tables on Victoria and gave her a taste of her own medicine, literally. Sadly, the drama doesn't end there for me. Stupid Juliet got caught in the stupid fire, and now I... Let's just say there's exactly one person in the world who would make me dress up in a funny costume and act out Shakespeare in front of an audience of all my least favorite people, and she happened to be next to me at exactly the wrong moment. Chloe, the FML. Oh, little notes about the stage setup. More toil or more lines? Hell is empty and all the devils are here. Oh, what? Wait, is that supposed to be Rachel? I don't know. The king! And the ship! Yes, the king's ships! Little subtle hints here. So I survived. Just in case you were worried about me. You totally weren't. But it wasn't easy. I had to remember what to say and where to go and not flip off everyone in the audience. Not gonna lie, I totally killed it. Once I got past the stupid makeup and the blinding lights and just let myself get lost in it all. I guess acting is really about forgetting the rest of the world exists and being completely in the moment. When I'm with Rachel, somehow that becomes easy. We ended up creating a new story together on stage, a much better story, because this one ends with the two of us escaping the island and sailing off into the sunset together. Take that, Shakespeare. Will real life turn out so awesome? Time will tell. Chloe, the bardest bitch in town. You didn't play the flute, alright? Is there more toil? Oh my god. Damn, you guys were rock stars. Life is Strange. They went to watch Life is Strange? Okay. Chloe's Life, the prequel. Getting a little meta here. Max. Time has told, and no, it turns out that real life is not like the stage. It is so much better. We're leaving. Tonight. Boom. Peace out, Arcadia Bay. We're hitting the open road. Destination unknown, but who cares? As long as it's far from here. I didn't believe Rachel at first. It's not that I don't trust her, but she tends to get swept in the moment. Let's just say she erased all doubts. What? You need me to draw you a map? We kissed. As awesome as you may imagine kissing Rachel Amber sounds, believe me, it was a bajillion times awesomer. After a quick stop by Rachel's house, we're headed off. Next time you hear from me, I'll be an ex-Arcadian, just like you. Chloe, that's so much better. Little hints here and there, like, just like you. It's almost like, to me, it almost sounds like there's a little jealousy or like sadness in that, because it's like saying, hey Max, you left me behind, but it's okay, I don't need you, I'm cool too, I'm leaving Arcadia Bay too. Like that. And that is the last page for now. Okay, so now I'm on my second save. Let's see if the journal is significantly different anywhere. I decided to leave Arcadia Bay with Rachel. In not unrelated news, I finally got my ass suspended from Blackwell, and Rachel got booted from her play, which strangely sucks even worse. Sucks even worse. I should probably be more upset about being a high school dropout. Da-da-da-da. David demanded that I empty my pockets for him in the Blackwell parking lot. I refused because fuck fascists. And if that's what mom needs to trust me, then that's her problem. Elliot is still into me. Rachel's awesome at therapy. Talked about my mom, David the fire. Everything seemed a little better by the end. I found a truck. Seems like I can fix it. Frank made me do a job. And I accepted because I need money. I saw the woman come out of Frank's RV. I pressed Frank for info, but I didn't get anywhere. I guess Frank can be pretty secretive when he wants to be. Still, it's shitty as fuck, no? Yeah, so I guess if I just outright wasn't interested in it, then this line would be different here. Remember the easy job I was gonna do for Frank? Oh! First, I jacked Samuel's keys to the dorm, but struggled to get past Skip. I actually bummed him out so bad he snapped at Wells. Felt shitty about it, but I had to get inside. Elliot has feelings for me. I found the cash. Drew and Mikey showed up. And then Damon started beating the shit out of Drew for the money he owed. Drew wanted me to stay with Mikey, but I couldn't take the sound of Damon hurting him. I opened the door and gave the money to the asshole just so he'd leave Drew alone. Unfortunately, Mikey tried to be a hero and got hurt. Yeah. Did you really think I would let Rachel miss the play? No chance. I mindfucked Victoria into realizing she wanted nothing to do with the stage. It was truly some of my finest work. Sadly, the drama doesn't end there for me. Stupid Juliet got caught in the stupid fire and I'm in the play now. Yep, I didn't do a very good job at it, but I was there. Yeah, I survived, but it wasn't easy. I had to remember what to say, where to go. Not gonna lie, I was terrible. I couldn't remember my lines or where to stand or anything, yet somehow none of that mattered in the end. So I sort of wonder what would happen if Chloe was being a complete spoil sport and being like, I don't want to do this stupid theater crap, but I don't know. I don't really like being a spoil sport that much. And I don't know if I can bear finding out, it just seems so mean. Anyway, when I'm with Rachel, everything becomes easy. We ended up creating a new story together on stage, a much better story because this one actually ends with the two of us escaping the island and sailing off into the sunset together. Take that, Shakespeare. We decided we're leaving tonight. I didn't believe Rachel at first. Yeah, oh! It's not that I don't trust her, but she tends to get swept away in the moment, so even Chloe realizes that Rachel is a bit of a loose cannon. Ah! Let's just say she erased all doubts. What, you need me to draw you a map? We made out. As awesome as you may imagine making out with Rachel Amber sounds, believe me. It was a bajillion times awesomer. Oh, the only word they changed was from kiss to make out. Okay, so that's it for the journal for episode 2 then. Nothing too crazily different here, and yeah. Basically a recap of all the events that happened, but it's still nice to get an inner look at what Chloe's really thinking. Especially if she's like what Samuel says, tries to appear to be someone that she really isn't. It's kind of depressing to think that all this time she's still writing to Max. That part is kind of depressing, but we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Chloe will be okay with Rachel by her side. For now, maybe. Yeah, that's it for today, and hopefully episode 3 will come ASAP. See you soon.